Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Monday, January 13th, 2014. All right, scheduled news events for today. Treasury budget at 2 p.m. And what is the Treasury budget? Our deficit dropping to $135.2 billion in November. Last year, so that's less of a deficit this year than last year. Still on a pace, though, to be another $1 trillion in debt this year. Okay, so that's what that is. How that affects the market? Well, it shouldn't affect it very much, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? Let's see what's going on across the pond. Okay, over in Asia, we're looking slightly bullish, I would say, because the bearish numbers are not all that great. The bullish numbers are not all that great, but at least there are more of them. And over in Europe, across the board, moderately bullish. And in the U.S., futures are looking moderately bearish at this time, and gold is at 1245, so it's kind of creeping up a little bit, isn't it? Let's take a look. Yep, it's creeping up. It actually has broke above the 50 MA, and that's a good sign for gold. Gold hasn't been having a good run lately, and oil is at 92.13. Not exactly the absolute lowest it's been lately, but as we looked at last week, we were down, we were on 92 actually on June of last year, hanging around there. So nothing really shocking, exciting, or anything like that associated with these commodities here. And our account, we're still waiting for this to come up. We want to do those, sell another call around 134 and see if we can get any money out of that. I don't think that there's anything there right now. Let's close this up here, and let's go up here to gold. I don't have much else to do today, so that's why I'm looking at this. We have we can look out into February. That's okay. We can look into February, and 134. It's not even on my list. I have to go up. I'll go up to, let's see, 28. I think should get it up here. 134, 11 cents. Not even worth a trade in my book. But I guess, that would be $11, but I would pay $1.25, so that would only make it like $10. So it's not really doing all that much for me. So I'm going to hold off on that for now. And that's about it for anything that we are currently in. Taking a step back from last week, I guess you might say. Last week was a good week, and we don't want to do anything, don't want to act crazy or anything to do anything that's going to mess that up. Here's a confession. When I have a good week, then I'm like, oh man, I just can't do anything wrong, so I'm going to bend the rules a little bit and get back in. But that really is not the way to do it. And I have to try to curb myself from that type of behavior. Alright, so here we have Apple. Nothing going on, not even close to a setup there. AGG bonds. Wow, it took a big pop on Friday. Wonder how come that is. But anyway, it's in a downtrend. Nothing is setting up. Well, we might be going into a setup here. I like these to be a couple of days long. 2 days. I'll take 1 day, I guess, but 2 days is what I prefer to see the green on the stochastic. And right now it's just a 1 day, so I would like to see another pop above here and then a hook down for a bear call trade on this. So there might be a setup coming here. So I'm just going to put a target in there. And that should do it. Okay. I won't get into that today. If I get a hook down on, today, if I get a hook down here, I'm not going to get into it if this hook's down. We ended at 71. That's sort of good enough, but I'm not familiar with this underlying a whole heck of a lot, so maybe I'll just watch it and see what happens. Did it work out here? Yes. It worked out well here. Did it work out here? Yes, it worked out. Although it would have been a tad bit shaky here because it did come back. So I don't know. That's why I kind of like the, if you're in a 50% profit situation, that you should probably consider getting out. Alright, enough about AGG for right now. Let's move on to Amazon. Amazon looks like it may be lining up here, but nothing for right now. Boeing did have a nice run, but we didn't have a setup here. We had one here, and that would have worked. Okay, so that's it with Boeing. We have to wait a while for that one. That one's got to simmer on the stove for a while. Alright, we might have something setting up here with BIDU. So I'm going to put a little target in there. Okay. Let's move on. Celgene. Nothing going on there. Not ready yet. Chipotle might be setting up. Got another day or so for that one to work its way. Costco. I'm not messing with this right now because we have a 50 MA that can't decide what color it wants to be. So I'm going to wait for the next cycle here on that one. CVX. Nothing going. No setup there. Igor. Oh, we have a nice setup here, so we could get in this morning if we move lower. We have to come lower here, so I'm going to put an alert on this. 1660, 166.81, so I'm going to put an alert in here. $166.78. How's that? Oops. And it has to be below. Alright. Alright, so this one will be a 10 a.m. is when I will be looking at this for a possible entry. And let's see what we're looking at here for prices. And this would be for this Friday. And wow, Delta There's a big difference in delta here. Of course, a $5 spread on a $100 underlying is not anything real exciting here. We'd still be able to get 213 for it to get below 165. And that's right here. And that's probable, but man, we got earnings coming up. No, this isn't earnings. It's a dividend. So we know we're going to lose 18 cents there, so that's a good thing. But that's kind of built into the price of the option already anyway. We'll just have to see. I am going to be contemplating this morning. Maybe I might just do a paper trade on this. So for right now, I'm going to lock this. And we'll see what it's trading at if I get an alert this morning. And how it goes after that. Okay, FedEx. We had a move. We were in on this one last week, and that one is one of the many that worked out for us last week. We're waiting for the next setup. Oops. I was going to skip gold for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, so, oops. I was going to say that looked a lot like FedEx. Okay, gold, don't see anything there. Google. Okay, we're green on a moving average. We may be moving into a setup. We're sitting at 33 here. We would like to see it at below 30, preferably below 20. So we have to wait, let that one mature a little bit. Ferment, I guess you might say. Nothing on IWM. LinkedIn. We still might have a setup here. So I'm just going to move this over to here. This is something that is setting up, and we would look at this in the afternoon. And if we're red on both the stochastic and the MACD, we may enter it this afternoon. And I say that may, that's with a qualification. Alright. MasterCard. Nothing going there. We have to wait a little while for that one to ferment. Oops, I'm sorry. 3M. This is still valid. We do have a solid red down. We continue to move down, so we have a hook up here. And this is kind of interesting. So what I am going to be watching for here is a move up this morning. And it has to open higher than what it closed. Closed at 136.18. So at or above 136.25, let's say. $136.25 greater than. Okay. All right. Next is Netflix. This is no longer valid. Even though we have a solid red down here, we did have a double green up and then it failed. So we're going to take a big pass on that one. And this one, we do have earnings coming up next week. I don't think it's going to have enough time to make a move up and then come back down. And this moving average really looks like it's going to roll over. Yeah. So I think Netflix is, its uptrend may be in jeopardy. Priceline. Nothing going there. Need it to ferment just another day. Just another day. Russell, how we doing today? Nothing there. SPX, if we do something this week, it would be on SPXPM. But there is nothing setting up there. And Tesla. It failed here. We needed to get up a little bit higher here. We needed a solid green line. We didn't get it, so we're passing on it. And last but not least is Visa. How high did we get here? 71. That is good enough. I would like, because this one only got up to 71, didn't get all the way up to 80, I would like to see this one get down to 20 or below. So we'll see how that one works out. Alright, that's Visa. Not quite ready yet. And I wanted to let you know that for the credit spread system, which is what the name of this is going to be, I've finished the documentation and I have the first video. I think there's going to be 3 videos for it, in-depth videos. So I have the documentation and 1 video done. So hopefully it'll be done by the end of this week and out there on YouTube for everyone to take shots at. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.